Hello guys, today I bring to you guys the best, softest and easy to make 50-50 whole wheat bread. Like eggless whole wheat bread. This is the best you can see on the internet this moment. And believe me, when you try out this recipe, when you try out this my bread recipe, you will come back with a testimony. I'm not just mincing words. I am not just trying to hype myself or let you make you to you know go ahead to make the bread, but I am just telling you the gospel truth. This is one of the best bread you can ever try, and you will fall in love with it. Let's make this together. So to make this bread, you start by measuring out your sugar, 70 grams of granulated sugar, 8 grams of salt. So you measure this inside your mixer bowl, and to that you are going to be adding your yeast. So adding about 6 grams of instant dry yeast and 300 grams of room temperature water. Like I said, anytime you see me write RT in my recipe, it means room temperature. So to that you add in 10 grams of milk powder, and then you are going to be adding your flour. First you add in the whole wheat flour. So I use the Honeywell wholemeal flour. So after adding the whole wheat flour, you add in your plain flour or the all-purpose flour that we all buy from the market. We use for our different types of baking. So you're adding 250 grams of whole wheat flour and 250 grams of plain or all-purpose flour. Then add in 1 teaspoon of mixed zest flavor. You can also use any flavor that you wish to use. Okay. Then you add in 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Yes, guys, this cinnamon powder is very necessary for this recipe. After adding that, you mount this to your mixer machine and you start mixing. Yeah, I know a lot of us will ask, can I mix this with my hands, this and that? Yeah, you can mix it with your hands, okay? Just that you need a little bit of work when you are using your hands than when you are using a machine, okay? So once your dough is combined, you add in 50 grams of butter or margarine. This butter or margarine, you measure the or you weigh out the 50 grams before melting it, okay? Then you start adding it gradually. You don't add it at once. You just adding it little by little, gradually, till everything is well incorporated and your your dough will be so soft, supple, elastic. At that moment, you know that your dough has developed its gluten that you are looking for. So here you have it. You see that our dough is ready. You can see how stretchy the dough is. This means that our dough has developed its gluten and we are set. Now, for this recipe, you have to rub some oil on your palms and on the work surface. You don't need to use flour to dust your surface because the flour could cause the wheat to be sticking to the work surface or to your hands. So you just need to dust your hands or your work surface with vegetable oil, or you can also use your melted margarine or melted butter anyway. So here I was trying to check my window panes test, and voila, my dough passed the window panes test. Yeah. So after that, the next thing to do is to cut out the dough and you weigh the dough. This whole dough gave me 920 grams of dough, and I went ahead to cut or divide the dough into two, each weighing 410 grams. Okay. So after weighing out and scaling the dough, the next thing I did was to roll out this dough or push it out with my palms and then mold it. After molding the dough, I transfer into my loaf pan. I use my 2-in-1 loaf pan. Each side measures 7 inches by 4. Okay, so I transfer this dough or this bread dough into the loaf pan, cover this, set it aside and allow it to proof for at least 2 hours. Depending on the temperature and the humidity of the area at the moment, it may take less than that or even more, depending, because um whole wheat always takes a little bit of time to prove, so you have to take note of that. And after the 2 hours, I was ready to bake this dough. You can see how proven the dough is. Now I decided to bake it without covering the pan. So I transfer into my preheated oven and I baked at 160 degrees C for 35 minutes. Transfer the dough on my baking rack or my cooling rack and allow it to cool down completely. You can see how this dough is. The smell is amazing, like the aroma is inviting. Guys, you need to try out this recipe. It's the best so far. Okay, and this bread can store for up to 4 days even without refrigeration. Yes, and with refrigeration it can store as long as you want it. The bread is so soft and tastes so good. So go ahead, try this recipe and let me know in the comment section how it turned out for you. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share if you are seeing us or seeing this video. See you guys in my next video. Till then, enjoy your whole wheat bread. Bye bye.